Hi, this is Jeweler in the Woods. My name is Henna and I'm going to be making my thin blue line hemp ring today and also reviewing Hemtique's 1/2 millimeter cordage. So hope you enjoy. So here's the materials you're going to need today. We're going to need the 1/2 millimeter Hemtique in blue, the 1/2 millimeter Hemtique in black, and you're also going to need a ring mandrel and some angle cutters. Now if you have a Frey-Lock glue, it will help, but it's not required. Okay, so let's start with our starter knot. I've gone ahead and cut 4 feet of each black and blue. We're going to combine them at their center point, and we're going to wrap them around a mandrel. Now this mandrel goes up to 15, and we're going to be making a 9.5 ring. Unfortunately, the back of this mandrel is hollow, so when you're threading, you need to make sure you add half a size for your ring because it isn't completely round. Now with the metal, you know, it's going to work, but with fabric, it doesn't. So if we need a 9.5 ring, I'm going to bump it up to a 10, and because it's going to equal 1 millimeter because we have 2 strands of 1/2 millimeter, we're going to increase that by 3 sizes. So we're going to go from a 10 to an 11 to a 12, and a 12 to a 13. So we're going to measure a size 13 ring. I know it seems confusing, but just follow me here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around, and I'm going to do what's called a lark's head knot, where you just pull the bottoms right through. So we're going to bring that down to a 13. And what I'm going to do is do my starter knot on this empty hole here. So we're going to separate our blues and separate our blacks, and I'm just going to do a square knot. So hopefully you can see this here on film. Let me turn this around here. And we're going to go ahead and thread this through. Now you're going to keep both lines together of the same color so that you have one on the outer and one on the inner. And I'm just going to thread these through right like that. So bear with me here, these little threads like to jump around. Now this Hemtique 1/2 millimeter thread I use for everything. I use for my inner strands when I'm beading with a very thin hole bead. They do not fray, and it's color fast, so it doesn't fade as quickly as your generic hemp that you would find at any craft store. Also with the Hemtique 1/2 millimeter, it's eco-friendly. You don't have to worry about harsh dyes or waxes or anything along that line. So let's double check our sizing here. We're still at a 13. We've got our square knot ready to tighten up, so I just want to make sure that's good to go, and we're just going to tighten that up. So there we go. So now we're ready to start threading our square knots around the ring. Alright, so let's give this a shot. We've got limited camera ability here, but we're going to go ahead and start on our loop. So what we need to do is we need to square knot all the way around the ring, and I've already started it. So you'll see we have our bumps on the outside of our squares as black, our inner lines as blue, and we're just going to thread this right into a key ring. This is my trusty key ring holder. It's just my camping water bottle. So we're going to do our standard square. I use tension with a finger on the inner side of the ring to help me thread through. Just keeps it kind of sturdy. So we'll just do a couple square knots here, and you'll see how the colors come together. And you've got your inner blue and your outer black. It's an extremely windy day here in Merritt, Texas, so my camper is rocking like I'm on a boat. So hopefully your video isn't too rocky out there, and hope you guys are staying warm. It's not too cold today. I think we're upper 50s, so that's not cold to me at all. It's Texas. Come on, it doesn't get that cold. But here we go. We're squaring away. We're doing good, and hopefully this camera angle's working for you. Volume's working good for you. But here we go. So this is the beginnings of our thin blue line ring. It's the most popular ring I've ever done. Very, very, very well-known thin blue line, law enforcement, Back the Blue. The new show, Blue Bloods. Oh, I'm just addicted. I don't know about you, but I love that show. I wish everyone on that show was wearing my ring. I'd send it for free. Tell the producers, I'll send it for free. Alright, so that's a good start. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll be right back with the closure. Okay, so we're on our last few square knots here. We're going to go ahead and start with our glue. So you want to get your square knot on, bless you Drake, and get it tightened up, and you're going to get your glue, you're going to put one little squeeze right in the middle, then you're going to flip it over and put one right in the back. Oh no, we can't be out of glue. We are. That's not good. Okay, there we go. You know, those temperatures mess with your glues quite a bit, so we're just going to squeeze that down, tighten it up, and we're going to do it one more time. What this does is it protects the cordage from unraveling and keeps it waterproofed so that people can actually wash their ring, because hemp absorbs liquids and oils and lotions and sweat and all kinds of stuff as far as debris and odors. So you definitely want to protect your hemp. Hopefully we didn't lose you here. At least my camera slid down a little bit, so I hope you're still with me. And we're just going to snip this off right at the outside of our little hump, like that, and doing the same thing here, like that, and that's it. We're done. So let's check our size and make sure that it fits on our mandrel. So we've reached the moment of truth. This is always the most exciting part about making rings, because I never look at it. I go ahead and put the knot with the wet glue on this open side of the mandrel. I take full advantage of this little cutout that they did. So that allows the glue to dry without getting stuck to anything else and pulling any of the color off. So dun dun dun, size 10, perfect. So we're going to let that glue dry off, and let's say it's dry, and we're going to go ahead and test it on a standard mandrel. Now this is completely solid, this is metal, and we're going to check and make sure it is in fact a 9.5, which it is. Came out perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and let this dry, and we're good to go. Thank you for joining us today. Again, this is Jeweler in the Woods. My name is Henna, and we were making the thin blue line hemp ring that is available at jewelerinthewoods.etsy.com.